Representative Tram Nguyen. I am so excited to be the co-chair this year with Representative Reyes. I'm just so excited that you are here to celebrate with us. It's truly a privilege to be here for this 40th annual tribute to honor these remarkable women who are working to make our communities stronger and more equitable. Your work is truly inspiring. The YWCA has a rich history of supporting the needs and rights of women. Started in the late 19th century, the organization has grown and expanded across the country as it adapted to women's evolving social and economic roles. We are fortunate to have such an active chapter right here in the Merrimack Valley. I'm so thrilled to see that you have broadened your focus now to include eliminating racism and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. I share these same priorities of uplifting women and girls and making sure that we are intentional about diversity, equity, and inclusion in all that we do. This month, the month of May, is also AAPI Heritage Month, Asian American Pacific Islander, and I have been reflecting on the proud yet difficult history of Asian American people in the Commonwealth and across the country. The struggles we faced mirror the struggles faced by so many marginalized groups, and I've sponsored several bills that help to address some of these issues. And I'm particularly proud of an act to promote diversity on public boards and commissions, which I've been able to work with both YW Boston, the YWCA statewide, as well as other organizations. This bill will ensure that our governing our organizations reflect the communities that they represent. And it is this important work that we do in conjunction with organizations, many of you are here in the room, that will help us to move our Commonwealth forward. Advocating for these and other good policies that promote fairness and equity is an essential way we can work to eliminate racism and level the playing field for women. The YWCA goals are lofty, but they are goals that many of us share. We each have our own role to play in addressing the daunting challenges faced by our communities and our country, and our combined activism is making an impact and helping to move us forward. We work as individuals, but it is through our numbers, through our coalition building, that real progress is made. And so on this 40th anniversary annual tribute to women, I feel hopeful that we are moving forward. As I see the diverse and gifted group of women who are honored today, I know the future is bright, but we can't take our eyes off the prize or get discouraged when there are some setbacks. We must each continue to work to move forward both alone and in coalitions as we slowly chip away at inequities and inequalities. And so the YWCA, of course, holds a special place in my heart, as I know it does for you all. Today we will hear about amazing, amazing women, some of whom I've worked alongside with and many of whom I look forward to getting to know. And you will also learn about the barrier-breaking work that the YWCA has done and continue to do. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's get the event started. And now it is my true honor to introduce the YWCA Board Chair, Juana Maveo Siqueira. Juana, please take the stage.
Thank you. Thanks, Tram. Good afternoon, everyone. It is wonderful gathering here today to honor these 20 remarkable and accomplished women. By honoring women who serve as change agents in their professions and communities, it mirrors the YW's mission to help eliminate racism, empower women, and to promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. I'd like to take a moment to recognize the nominators who brought forward these outstanding honorees to our attention. Nominators, if you can please stand to be recognized, please. Thank you. In addition, I'd like to recognize some distinguished guests that are here with us today. Lawrence Mayor Brian De Peña, Councilor Melinda Barrett, Representative Stella Reyes, Representative Ryan Hamilton. I also see Giovanni Rodriguez here. I saw Pavel Pagano earlier. Any other state officials, if you can stand for a round of applause. Thank you for being here with us today. In the work that we do with women at the YW, we strive to give them the tools to overcome whatever challenges stand between them and realizing their fullest potential. Our honorees today have also overcome many challenges on the way to becoming the leaders, role models, and inspiration for us all this afternoon. We will hear about their accomplishments during the award presentations, but right now, let's enjoy our lunch, and we'll be back in a few minutes to begin with the award ceremony. Enjoy.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your lunches. Now, we're going to start with the presentation of awards, and I'd like to invite Sarah Morin Barth and Emily Gonzalez to start the ceremony.
Carrie Alves is an experienced Haverhill educator of 25 years. Oh, the mic is not, there we go. How is that? So I'll start again. Carrie Alves is an experienced Haverhill educator of over 25 years. Her passion for making connections began when she worked as a newspaper girl. Inspired to become a teacher after the loss of several loved ones, she earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education and a master's degree in curriculum and instruction. Carrie has volunteered for Team Haverhill, serving on the board and participating in community projects. Despite challenges, she remains committed to spreading positivity and building community pride. Thank you. Yes, I saw that. There you go. Lori Bursloff is a North Andover resident with a JD from New England School of Law in Boston. She served on the North Andover School Committee before becoming the executive assistant to the town manager. Lori serves on the boards of the Greater Lawrence Community Action Council, the North Andover Affordable Housing Trust, and volunteers as a case reviewer for the Massachusetts Department of Children and Families and Family Service of the Merrimack Valley's Big Friends, Little Friends. Karina Calderon, Deputy Director of the Lawrence Partnership and owner of Creative Gestures, is an immigrant from the Dominican Republic who worked in the mortgage industry and healthcare distribution before finding her passion in creating an inclusive economy for Lawrence residents. Karina continued her education while working full-time, gaining formal education in computer drafting and design, and a degree from the Business Transfer Associates program at Northern Essex Community College. Creative Gestures specializes in custom laser engraved goods and gifts. Teresa Carson is a banking professional with over 30 years of experience in various roles. She conducts seminars on scams for seniors, assists Mystic Valley Elder Services, and cares for her elderly family and neighbor. Teresa is also an artist who loves to write, garden, and previously ran a wallpapering business. She's a member of the Andover Rotary Club and the Kiwanis Club and has been married for 47 years. Thank you. Ruth Noah Janine Estes, Ruthie, is an assistant director at Methuen Arlington neighborhood in Methuen, Massachusetts. She started as a volunteer in 2005 and worked her way up to her current position, helping with various programs such as Summer Parks Program, Adopt a Family, field trips, and National Night Out. Despite facing a breast cancer diagnosis in 2022, Ruth Nora has remained active in her community. She managed Methuen Cares, a program for people who tested positive for COVID-19 or were homebound. Ruth Nora is committed to continuing to develop and grow programs for the families in her community. Thank you.
Stephanie Guyett is a community-oriented person who supports entrepreneurs at UMass Lowell's Innovation Hub in Haverhill. She has a diverse career background that includes roles such as a reporter, communications director, and youth prevention worker. Stephanie also volunteers with Merrimack Valley Striders Running Club and helps manage the annual Feaster 5 road race. Maureen Healy, inspired by her family's values of helping others, is passionate about making a positive impact. She was inspired by her neighbor, Cowboy, as a child, and later reunited with his son, Sam, who reminded her the power of a simple smile. Maureen focuses on working with people and families affected by dementia, supporting women through Seroptimus, and helping veterans. Her work is driven by her infectious smile and genuine desire to make a difference. Kate Martin is a community activist and vice president of the Greater Haverhill Chamber of Commerce. She has been involved in various community projects, including the reinvigoration of the Haverhill Farmers Market and the creation of the Greenleaf Elementary School Computer Lab. After a career in public health research at Boston University, she has switched gears and now promotes Essex County as a member of the North of Boston Convention and Visitors Bureau Board of Directors. Kate lives in Newburyport with her husband and 2 children. Jane Marrow, a retired registered nurse and former director of nursing, co-founded a food pantry that grew from serving 1 person to 450 to 500 every day on Friday due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As director of the 100% Volunteer Pantry, she established pantries in 4 local schools for homeless children and others in need. This work has been a source of motivation and accomplishment for Jane, who retired in 2020 to care for her husband. Thank you. Cassia Moreta, a Latina immigrant, arrived in the U.S. in 2012 with her 2 daughters and as a single mother, facing language barriers and other challenges. Cassia's strength and courage to move forward and lead by example, demonstrating to her daughters that hard work can overcome obstacles. Cassia is proud to work at GLCAC, where she is passionate about helping families navigate the healthcare system. She hopes to make a positive impact on her daughters, colleagues, and community. Congratulations. Congratulations, ladies. And now we'll give you a chance to visit our raffle tables and visit with each other, and we'll return momentarily to continue the presentation.
So we're going to continue or view snapshots of our honorees, and I'm going to begin with Pamela Obando. Is a principal engineer at Pfizer Global Supply in Andover, Massachusetts, with 20 plus years of biotech experience. She holds a BS in chemical engineering from Worcester Polytechnic Institute and and MS in Pharmaceutical Manufacturing from Stevens Institute of Technology. Pam is passionate about mentoring students and encouraging them to pursue STEM careers. Woohoo! And has volunteered with organizations such as Society of Women Engineers and Family Services of Merrimack Valley's Stand and Deliver program. Thank you. Crystal Panisi is a Lawrence native and creative arts coordinator at YDO, a nonprofit organization providing opportunities to Lawrence youth. Crystal provides invaluable support on a wide range of YDO activities and programs, such as YDO Makers, an all-girls tools and building program that she created. Crystal's efforts as an instructor and mentor have empowered students to see beyond their limitations and to take an idea and make it possible. Super, thank you. Raquel Quesada is a mother of 4 and an advocate for families facing challenges in accessing services for children with disabilities. She founded the nonprofit organization CEMDPCD. Yep. Voila. And is a speaker, author, and an educator on disability-related issues. Raquel advocates for special education rights in Massachusetts and has received several awards for her work. Thank you. Thank you. Leah Rogers Cortu is a senior regional manager, SVP, at Enterprise Bank with over 30 years of experience in banking. She is a dedicated community leader, volunteering for various organizations such as the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce, Salem Animal Rescue League, and Granite State Arts Academy. Leah holds an associate degree in business administration and is pursuing her bachelor's degree, consistently making President's Club and Dean's List. Leah lives in Windham with her husband and is an adventure lover, proud mother, and grandmother. Alexis Sanchez is the Vice President of Member Contact Center at Jean d'Arc Credit Union in Lowell, Massachusetts. She began her career as a member service representative in 2010 and worked her way up to oversee a team of 25. Alexis holds a bachelor's in business administration and is pursuing her master's in business administration. She is active in the community, serving as treasurer of a local church and volunteering for nonprofits. Alexis was born and raised in Lawrence and now lives in Lowell with her family.
Carrie Sheeran Perry is the president CEO of Community Action, Inc. She manages and oversees programs aimed at providing resources and opportunities to overcome poverty. She collaborates with partners to develop new programs and holds a Juris Doctor from Vermont Law School and a BA. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Lisa Smith has dedicated the last 3 years to working at Neighbors in Need, helping families in the Greater Lawrence area during the COVID-19 pandemic. She led a team of volunteers and colleagues, building partnerships with organizations such as Partners in Health and the Greater Lawrence Family Health Center to support those in quarantine. Lisa's team delivered groceries, disinfectants, and other essential items to hundreds of families who couldn't leave their homes or afford Instacart. Despite the challenges, they are still delivering to clients each week. Thank you. Claudia Suhu is the COO for the Merrimack Valley YMCA with almost 20 years of experience. She oversees daily operations, marketing, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and global work. She is also the president of the Rotary Club of Andover and serves on other boards as well. Claudia holds a Bachelor of Science in Crime, Law, and Justice and a minor in Sociology from Penn State University. Thank you. Colleen Welch Caffrey is a community engagement specialist with 30-plus years of experience in the Merrimack Valley recovery community. She currently works for the CARES Initiative program at the Methuen Police Department, helping hundreds of individuals access treatment and overcome the addiction stigma. Colleen also created the Haven of Hope Women's Sober Home in Methuen and serves as president of the Merrimack Valley Prevention and Substance Abuse Project. Thank you. Alicia Zefta is an international makeup artist and entrepreneur with a passion for education and mentoring. She started at Yves Saint Laurent in Paris and has since worked with luxury brands like Dior and Chanel. Alicia also ran a successful spa and makeup school in Lebanon before moving to the U.S., where she owns Alicia Studio 13 in downtown Haverhill. She continues to mentor aspiring makeup artists and empower women in the beauty industry. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 YWCA of Northeastern Massachusetts Tribute to Women honorees. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. It is a pleasure and great honor to be here with all of you, especially for so many faces, familiar faces, and those who has known me. My name is Estela Reyes, State Rep for Lawrence and Methuen, and I am thrilled to have the great honor to be presenting a person that in one or many occasions you have been bumping or shaking hands with her, but a person that is very well known in our community. She probably doesn't look how much she has done, but I can tell you that she is a fighter. She never stopped, and when you see her, you're probably gonna know who and why I'm saying what I'm saying. My great honor to call Diana DiSoglio.
Is it okay if I take this off here? Hey, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's a great afternoon, right? We are here to honor all of these amazing women who are really the unsung heroes in our community. And I just want to say I am so grateful to the YWCA, to the entire board who's here today for taking time to honor these women for the work that they do in our communities. It's incredibly important that we show up like this just to say thank you and make sure that we recognize these types of efforts. If I could ask all of the members of the board and any other volunteers, if you helped out in any way, shape, or form to put this event on today, as a part of the YWCA's efforts to honor these women, would you please stand so we can all give you a round of applause? Thank you so much for the work that you do in our community to empower women and eliminate racism. We thank you, we honor you, we value your efforts, and we are so grateful as community members to get to be here to share alongside of you the amazing opportunity to honor the work of these incredible women who were honored here today. Huge congratulations again. Most of you I have the opportunity to work with in the community that you work in, and it's been my tremendous honor to have served alongside of you for the last 10 years. And just as part of some brief remarks that I am going to give today, I just want to take a moment just to share a little bit about my story growing up in this community, in the hope that we can help to encourage folks to share their personal stories as well. I think that our stories are meant to be shared. I think a lot of folks might see the work and the efforts that the women before us have put forward publicly in the community, but might not know about a lot of the personal histories of these women and why they do what they do. And I do think that attaching those stories to the work that's done in the communities can really help to fulfill the mission of this organization, which is to, partly at least, empower women in the community. So a little bit about myself. I was born to a 17-year-old single mother in the city of Methuen. I moved around quite a bit during my childhood, depending on where my mother could find work. She was a young nurse's aide at the time. I ended up going through the public school system and eventually graduating from Methuen High School. We moved around mostly during my childhood, housing insecure actually, depending on where she could find work, between mostly Methuen and Lawrence. But I did end up eventually graduating from Methuen High School. And then from there, I went off to Middlesex Community College, which was an associate's degree that I was able to afford thanks to our state's investments in community colleges and in families like mine. From there, I ended up going on to Wellesley College on full scholarship and was able to graduate from there as the first in my family to graduate. And understanding that it was through the financial and other investments, again, in families like mine, that I was able to actually see some future success, I really wanted to give back to our community in whatever way I could. And since I myself, at that time, couldn't do so financially, I went into community service, like many of the women here. I worked in the nonprofit sector. I worked at a teen girls' home, helping to mentor younger women who were survivors of sexual abuse, who were survivors of domestic violence in the home. It was really important to me to do that work because I myself am a childhood survivor of domestic violence and sexual abuse. I did that work for a while. I also served at local nonprofits right here in the Merrimack Valley, the United Teen Equality Center, for example, helping to facilitate some of their outreach programs, and I worked as their cultural arts coordinator for a while. I then served at Girls Inc., helping to, on a volunteer basis, helping to expand the work of their after-school programs. And simultaneously through these years, I continued to do what many working families do, which is, I was juggling different jobs at the time. As most of us know, you might love what you do for a day job, but it doesn't always afford you with the opportunity to live with a standard of dignity in the community that you're working hard to serve. So as side hustles, I was waiting tables, I was cleaning houses, and doing other odds and ends type of work. And it was through those years when I was balancing all these different things that I got offered a job working at our state house, in our House of Representatives. There was a state rep at the time, years and years ago, who represented portions of the Merrimack Valley, one of those portions being Lawrence, another Andover, and some other communities. And, he needed someone who spoke Spanish and was from the community. And I remember getting a phone call about this job opportunity, and at the time thinking, I definitely need a job. What's it look like? Where is it? Hearing about it and saying, I'll go in to apply for this position, but I just have one question. What does a state representative do? And, this is actually one of the reasons why I've been such a passionate advocate for civic education in our public schools. But look, friends, I ended up going in, applying for the job, and I ended up getting the job working as a legislative aide to a state representative, like our great state representatives here. And I went to go work up on Beacon Hill, and I learned about all of the great things that our state government can do to help families in our communities. I learned about, making investments in early education and care, in public education and public higher education. I learned about fighting for access to health care. I learned about investing in transportation. I learned about fighting for women's reproductive rights. I learned about fighting for social justice initiatives, economic justice, gender justice, the list goes on. I learned about the importance of making sure that the most vulnerable in our communities are able to not just survive, but also thrive. And I saw the great work that was happening up on Beacon Hill at our State House in some of those regards, and I fell in love with that work. But I also, during my very short stint, after a few months working at our own State House, I saw the flip side of how our government can operate when there is no accountability. Now, I remember I was a younger woman in my 20s at the time, many years ago. I'm pushing 40 in 2 weeks over here, people. But thank you. Gonna need that support in a couple of weeks from what I hear. But I was a younger woman in my 20s at the time, and working up on Beacon Hill with all of these powerful politicians, and I learned about the flip side of how our state government can operate. I was sexually harassed while I was working in our own House of Representatives. And the way that they thought it was appropriate to make that harassment stop happening was to fire me. That way, the problem would be dismissed and the problem would be resolved. Get rid of the woman who's being sexually harassed so the sexual harassment stops happening. That was the solution. And not only was I dismissed from my position due to that harassment, I was also required on my way out the door to sign away my right to talk about what happened, just to collect a 6-week severance package out of that position. My severance package was being held hostage unless I signed away my right to speak about what had happened. And I was required to sign a taxpayer-funded non-disclosure agreement meant to prevent me from talking about literally anything that I'd seen, witnessed, or experienced behind the closed doors of Beacon Hill among some of the most powerful politicians in Massachusetts. But, being from the Merrimack Valley, I didn't let them get rid of me. I didn't let them keep me quiet, and I didn't leave state government like they told me to do. I instead decided to run for state rep myself, and a little over a year later made my way back into that same chamber as the youngest woman serving in the House of Representatives. And friends, thank you, because when I got elected, y'all heard my story. This was not part of my 5-year plan. This was not part of my 10-year plan. I never thought someone like me was ever going to be running for elected office, never mind one that I hadn't even heard about before the year before that. And there I was, elected to serve multiple communities in this area, thousands of people up at the State House on Beacon Hill. It was an incredibly humbling responsibility, and one that I took and continue to take very, very seriously. People need support. People need assistance. People need hope, right? So I served in that capacity of state representative fighting for those things. In that capacity as state rep for 6 years. Then I moved on to the Senate, where I served as the youngest woman in the Senate during my time there for the 4 years that I was there until I left. And now I'm serving in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts as a statewide elected official and the youngest member of the statewide elected officials that I serve with. And I think it's important to bring those things up, not just for the sake of saying, hey, I'm a woman, I got elected, and I was younger, and this and that, and that's, a good talking point. I guess, for political speeches, it could be viewed that way. The reason why I bring that up is because, we see women getting dismissed constantly still 2023. We see folks who have a lot to give our communities dismissed, ignored, disenfranchised, treated as though they are less than because of the way they look, because of what they're wearing, because of their age, or whatever other arbitrary reason, folks might find, even unintentionally so, to dismiss the work of those folks. And I think it's incredibly important to recognize women like those who are here today for the tremendous efforts that they've made in the community, because we need to understand that it has not been easy for them. It has not been easy for them to be, the younger woman in whatever scenario they were in, to, be the person that walked in the bright colors and wasn't maybe necessarily in the matching suit with everybody else that day and was kind of looked at like, well, you don't look like you belong here. I think we can all think of those times in our heads when you've walked into the room, you don't look like you fit in for whatever reason, and there you are, ready to serve, but not being taken seriously. I think it's important that we share these moments, and that we share our upbringings, that we share the struggles that we've been through, and that we share these experiences for the purpose of empowering each other, for the purpose of, being able to join arms with each other and say, I feel you. I got you. I get you. And we're in this together. Women supporting women. And thank you to all the men in this room today for supporting the women in this room, to be able to have the opportunities to serve by investing in the work that they're doing in the community, financially and otherwise, by showing up today to honor their efforts. Because some of us, our entire lives, have been told, you can't do that. And we've had to overcome that, right? I know, I see the head shaking in here. You're like, yep, that's what happened, right? And it continues to happen. You can't do that almost with the attitude of, who do you think you are? Well, I'm a woman from the Merrimack Valley, right? What did you say back? And we come from good stock, women, right? We come from good stock here. And we have each other's backs, and we are able to make a difference. So I am just here today just to offer a little bit about myself in the hopes that it will help to inspire and encourage all of us to not let anybody tell us we can't, to not take the pets on the heads, to not allow other folks to dismiss our work, dismiss our efforts for whatever reason, to hold our heads high, to march forward, to continue the efforts that we are working on for the purposes of empowering our community and others around us, and to share our stories. If I can do it, anybody can do it in their respective fields. Coming from where I came from, doing the work that I'm doing now, has only been due to being surrounded by so many incredible people in this community who all chipped in, right? So that is what I'm going to encourage us to continue to do. Keep showing up. Let's keep supporting each other. Let's keep pouring into each other. Words of encouragement, words of affirmation, words of hope, words of healing, and speaking to each other with those words of hope and healing. You can do it. You're doing a great job. Keep up these efforts. You are healing so many people in our communities by what you're all doing in your respective roles. So many people, and you're giving so many people hope. And we are all so grateful for that. And we're here to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep up the great work. YWCA, keep up your great work empowering women, eliminating racism. We love you, we value you. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to our hosts. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Is that on? Yep. I wish I could just get up here and just give my speech to you in this way that Diana just did. It was amazing. But I'm going to be a little bit different, but that's what makes the world go round, right? We're all a little different. So my name is Sue Staples. I'm the CEO at the YWCA. I've had the privilege of working here 19 years, and I've been the CEO for almost 7. Our mission is to eliminate racism, empower women, and to promote peace, justice, freedom, dignity, and for all. Implied within our mission is our commitment to stand up for social justice, to help families, and strengthen communities. This is the 40th year that the YW has been hosting a tribute to honor women. Women in our community who move through their days positively impacting the lives of others. They show up and they care and they give their time, their energy, their hearts, because they fiercely believe that by doing this they can positively impact the lives of others. Today, we heard about the differences these 20 women are making in our communities by consistently showing up and believing that one person can and does make a difference in the lives of others. I know I speak for all of us here and for our larger community when I say we are beyond grateful for what you are all doing and for the positive impact you are making in our world. Today's event is a very special event. And just before I get into my speech, I want to thank a few people. I want to thank Eunice Ziegler, our Director of Advancement. And for the team that worked behind the scenes to make today a success. And thank you to many of our business partners. And a special thanks to Pfizer. This year, in honor of our 40th anniversary, Pfizer has committed $40,000 in support to the YW. In addition to sponsoring the YW, Pfizer encourages their staff to do community projects. And again this year, 30 Pfizer staff have volunteered to spend a day helping us get Camp Wywood ready for this year's campus. Thank you, Pfizer, for all you do to support the YW. I also want to thank the Board of Directors. Will all the Board of Directors please stand? This group of women, come on, Emily. I can see you not standing. This group of women gives their time, energy, and support to me, to this event, and to the agency. Thank you all for everything you do. And speaking of supporting the agency, please, I'm asking the staff to please stand. Come on, there's a lot of you out there. Take note of these incredible men and women because they are some of the faces of the YWCA. These are the people who work every day and give everything they have to make a difference in the lives of women, children, and families in our communities. Thank you for all you do. And finally, thank you to all of you, our individual and community partners. Without you, we couldn't do the work. Without you and your support, we couldn't do the work we are doing. As I think about the YWCA and our history and how we have been showing up for 131 years in our communities, because we have been doing this because of women who believed they could change the world. And here is what we know about women who show up to change the world. They grew up as girls who were supported and encouraged and believed in. And that is what we aspire to do every single day in our programs through education, career exploration, sports, and support. We help young people to grow up believing the world has a space and a place for them. And one of the most incredible places where that can happen is Camp Wywood. Today I want to talk to you about Camp Her, which is part of Camp Wywood. We are so proud of Camp Her. It's a segment of Camp Wywood is a place where women and girls get to experience and support the support they need to grow, learn, and expand their developing sense of self. This powerful model encompasses simple challenges like learning how to build a fire, learning how to be part of a team, and learning how to maneuver a canoe or a kayak for the first time. There are also much more complex opportunities happening at the camp. There's opportunities to grow, including learning to get along with a new set of peers, learning how to ask for help, and taking healthy risks to increase confidence, what are they increasing? Confidence, competence, and resilience. This strength-based program was specifically created to support middle school girls to feel a sense of empowerment, develop self-confidence, and provide opportunities to expand their social and emotional learning. Actually, before I go any further, I'm going to ask you to do something. Look around the room and try to figure out what so many of us have in common. Go ahead, look around. Okay, you ready? Many of us in this room were middle school girls at one time. Yes, we were. Raise your hand if you remember that time. Yep. Right. Wow, what a fun time that was. Said nobody ever. And I think we're all in agreement that middle school was a very difficult time for many of us. I think we would all agree that it is even more challenging now and made that way exponentially more difficult for girls today due to social media and the relentless societal pressures. We hear on one hand that girls are seizing opportunities that were closed to previous generations in science, in sports, and in leadership. But then we still also hear that the most important message they receive is about what they look like. And for many, cyberbullying has become a terror from which there is no reprieve. Girls in Lawrence are facing all the societal messages around value and worth and dealing with the impacts of social media, but they are doing that also within a community where school dropout rates, teen pregnancy rates, and teen dating violence rates are some of the highest in our state. Those are certainly very big obstacles for young girls to get through. But today, with your help, we have a dream of how to help them. Our ask of you today is that you partner with us to offer 40 middle school girls a scholarship to attend Camp Her. The scholarship program is special because it would be us targeting girls that are not currently in YWCA programs. Through collaborations with schools, DCF, community agencies, churches, social media, and word of mouth, we're looking to increase our reach to girls who would otherwise not have an opportunity to spend time at a summer camp. The summer camp would run for 4 weeks, and each girl would be offered a 2-week scholarship. The cost of the program is $16,000, and we've already raised $4,000 from supporters who couldn't be here today. So to help you see how doable this is, if each one of you donated $40 to the ask today, we would be able to send 40 girls would have that experience of Camp Her. We want these girls to develop skills and strengths to believe in themselves and to take healthy risks and to believe they matter and they can and they will make a difference in this world. So there are a couple of ways that you can do this. And as you're thinking of donating, please know any amount would help us reach our goal. So there's 3 ways. You can scan the QR code that I'm told is on your table number. You can text YWCA MEMA to 53555, and I have no idea what that even means. Or the old-fashioned way, you can write a check, or cash or credit card, and put that information in the envelope that's at your table. Thank you so much for your generosity today and for helping us to be a part, to give middle schools some of the girls the support they need. Please know that this summer, when a girl does something really brave that she never thought she could do, like get in a boat and take it out on the water for the first time, we will be thanking you. This summer, when a girl makes a new friend that she will be keeping close to her as the years go by, we will be thanking you. When a girl starts to think bigger and dream bigger and starts to take up more space in her world because she knows she deserves to do just that, we will all be thanking you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming today and making this a beautiful event. And now the moment you've been waiting for, Juana's going to come up and pull the raffle baskets.
Okay, let's wait for the tickets to make their way here. And if you win at the raffle, if I call your number, please stand, and we will bring the prize over to you. I'll take this moment to give a special shout out to Emily Gonzalez, our raffle basket extraordinaire, for putting together this wonderful baskets. Okay, so we have the first basket, A Day at the Beach. Are you all excited? Okay, clean hands. And the winner number is 2369820. 2369820. I think I see Perla Ortiz, our VP. It's the winner. Is that you, Perla? Is Perla in the room?
Right there, yes.
Congratulations, Perla. How many tickets do you buy? Do you buy them? Okay. The second basket is Pamper Yourself. And the winner number is 2369868. 2369868. Do we have this person in the room? It says it's from Northampton. We'll save the basket for that one. Oh, we have the winner. Congratulations. Okay. Our third basket, the self-care and wellness basket. And the winner number is 2369762. 2369762, Kathy Lopez. We'll bring it over to you. Congratulations. And now we have Out and About, raffle number 4. And this is an internet sale, I can tell because it's a blue ticket. Janet Santa Ana, and the ticket number is 464384. 464384. Janet Santa Ana, congratulations. Our fifth basket, Wines and Beautiful Notes, our wine basket. Danielle Kravis, the ticket number is 464399. 464399. I think I'm gonna personally deliver that basket to Danielle. And our last basket, number 6, is the Peach Box Premium Gift Box Collection. And the ticket number is 2369875. 2369875. Javier F.
Oh, that's Javier Fantuzzi, right there, standing up.
Oh, there's Javier. Congratulations. We are selling some tumblers for all of $20 to commemorate our 40th anniversary behind this wall here. So go check them out. Thank you so much. I'll give it back to Sue for our closing remarks. You have no closing remarks? Well, this event is adjourned. Thank you so much all for being here. Congratulations to our honorees. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.